Hey there, everybody. This video, it's our preview for the Blacklist Season 8, Episode 9, which is entitled The Cyranoid, which, by the way, doesn't the Cyranoid sound like some, evil alien group who's, in Star Trek or something? It's like, oh, the Cyranoid ship is vastly approaching, Captain. I just like to find other meanings for Blacklist titles.
Yes, you do.
That's really my thing at this point. But we have... This is going to be, I think, one of those episodes that drives all of us in the internet crazy for months because we're talking here about doppelgangers, and who knew that there would be a lot of theories related to the Blacklist suggesting that people might have, hidden twins or doppelgangers.
Of course.
Because why not make this show more complicated?
Of course.
Well, we will talk a little bit about Liz, a fake Liz, I don't know, a Feliz, I don't know what you want to call it, but before we get further into it, if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to subscribe, and also, Jess's birthday was yesterday. We had a lot of fun. We shared all of her gifts, had some story time.
Yeah, so we have a video up at the channel, and if you're interested in that and you want to celebrate a little bit, then come on by. Check it out.
It's a fun party.
Yeah, it was fun.
We want to have you guys be a part of that. But yeah, the big sort of push, especially in the promo, is that they really, really want you to believe that the task force in red, they're on the hunt for Liz. They're closing in.
This is me at the promo department for this because it's obviously not Liz. They didn't show her at all. They didn't show the face of this woman. It's just a woman with brown hair. And I mean... we haven't had her, Liz, for so many episodes now. They have had one promo where they put Liz in it, and then, of course, she wasn't in it. The last promo, no Liz. This promo, that's not Liz. And it was kind of weird, too, because they had this promo together where it was very clear that they were not going to show this person's face. And I was like, okay, so this obviously isn't Liz, but they want us to believe that it could be. And then I read the synopsis, and I was just like, okay, why are they putting in here that there's a doppelganger sort of crew out here? Then it's obviously not her.
You know what this okay, well, I can't say this reminds me of because I've never experienced this, but this would be like going to this, maybe you're going to the mall because you want to see the Easter Bunny or something there. We're getting into that kind of year. And so... what if you do this and there's a llama, an Easter llama that is there?
That would be your greatest treasure.
I would love an Easter llama, by the way. That would be fantastic. I'm putting that out there. But it's you look at the Easter llama and you're like, that's so obviously not an Easter bunny. It's I saw this person's hair in the promo, and it is so obviously not exactly the same color as Megan Boone's. It's just okay, what just all be wrong and Megan Boone just dyed her hair and we're just all totally thrown off?
I just feel like if you really wanted us to believe in this promo that it's Liz, then don't put what this is about in the synopsis so that then we read the synopsis oh, here's this nefarious enterprise that provides these doppelgangers for criminals. And it's okay, well, you've given everything away.
Yeah, this is obviously the work of who I'm guessing the Cyranoid is the organization responsible, this collective thing, which, by the way, you pointed out before we even got going here that it seems like the Blacklist loves these, groups doing things for criminals now.
Yeah, they really do. Well, we've had a lot of these types of episodes this season where it's oh, here's a group of criminals that'll give you an interpreter. Here's a group of criminals that'll give you doppelgangers. Here's a group of criminals that'll do whatever for you. That's been a theme this season for sure, yeah.
And it's kind of weird because it kind of just feels wouldn't it be better just to bring in one guest star given the filming conditions in the world right now versus here's some weird random crew of people who you're never going to remember. But here's the thing, and this is where things get a little bit crazy. I wish I could just magically put a giant corkboard behind us of weird theories and stuff, because I know the moment that this airs and the moment that they start bringing out, okay, here's a doppelganger of Liz, everyone is gonna go to, okay, Katarina used the Cyranoid, it was a fake Katarina, the real Katarina is actually still out there and the fake is dead.
Yes, for sure. And that is a theory that could be true. I mean, I personally think she's dead. I think that story's over now, but, stranger things have happened on this show.
Yeah, I will admit, there was a period of time when I really did think that Katarina may be an imposter of Katarina, but it's sort of like we've gone a little ways from that now, and I think this is one of the things. The longer the Blacklist goes before referencing something again, the more I get worried that they're never going to reference it again. It's like Alexander Kirk and the Whisper. It's like, I know this is always my thing. It's like, you guys just don't want us to remember that Whisper even happened at this point? You're just going to kill off Kirk off screen or something?
Yeah, no, we remember.
Yeah, we all remember. And this is all, this is also obviously going to go into the, this is Reddington has hired the Cyranoid before. This is why he knows of them.
I'm sure.
Have we been watching the real Reddington this whole time? Or even the real fake imposter Reddington?
No, it's true. I mean, this could have branches out into a lot of different things, which could have been the more interesting thing about this episode. And hopefully they are going to have a little bit of that. I mean, it would be cool to have that more than just a fake Liz that we all know is already a fake Liz. We haven't even seen the episode yet.
Yeah, we need something, I think, a little bit more here. And we have to... Even if we don't see Liz in this episode, and I don't know if we're going to or not, but I think we have to at least get closer to seeing Liz, because we made zero progress whatsoever in Ogden Greeley. It was like nothing of major significance with the Liz story happened. We need to move forward a little bit now.
Yeah, no, it's time to move forward on this story. Like, either bring Liz back in with Reddington, everything that's going on, whatever this plot is, it needs to just kind of get wrapped up now, or at least bring us back into the fold of it. This sort of Liz doing stuff off screen, last week nothing.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to be brought back in. Like, let's just continue down this road. Don't just sort of bring us to the cliff and then we're all stopped there where it's like, are we going over or are we not going over? Is this a fiery crash, or like we're just looking at the stars tonight?
We may be looking at the stars for a long time here. Like, this is my fear, is that, at some point the Blacklist will probably go on a little bit of a hiatus this spring. I don't know when for sure or whatever, but I would not be shocked if the last episode before the hiatus is when Liz shows back up. And I know we at least have one more after the Cyranoid, and it's sort of like, you're just going to leave us dangling there. This is going to be this is going to be like one of those like winters in Sweden or something where it's like the stars are out like 20 hours a day because we're all just going to be sitting there staring at them.
Yeah, and I mean, I know there's people out there, I've said this before, that, are happy that she hasn't been on the show, but I truly feel that the show is missing having her there and that back and forth with her and Reddington. It really has been a lot of the heartbeat of the show, and I'm not trying to take away from some of the really, really good stuff that has been happening while she hasn't been on the show, like Red and Cooper and their relationship and their back and forth, because that has been growing in a really fantastic way that I like a lot. But that can continue to grow while all the stuff is going on with Liz as well. It doesn't have to be either or.
I think a lot of commenters on our last video, they made some good points that, one of the big purposes of Ogden Greeley and that Blacklister story, which I really did not love, but it did sort of show that there is still an element of trust here, despite everything with the drive, despite everything with the man from the East and what he said. And, who knows ultimately what's going to be going on with Red and Cooper, but it clearly showed that Red is not in any hurry to try to fulfill the man from the East wishes of potentially offing the guy. Like, Cooper's still alive.
Yeah, it's just, that episode feels like, I said this too, that it could be sort of plugged in anywhere, because it was strange to me that wasn't mentioned at all. There was nothing really about Cooper and the drive. There was nothing about Red having to kill Cooper. There was just nothing. It was like it didn't happen.
The other part of this episode coming up that I'm at least intrigued about is it mentions in the synopsis that Red scrambles to counteract a bold move by Liz. And to me, and I may be wrong here, but Liz throwing a fake Liz out there, a Feliz is not a bold enough move, I do not think. Like, if this is something that Red is scrambling for, number one, I hope he wins. He hasn't had a win against Liz in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, and it does need to happen. There has to be something that he stops at some point, even if she's off screen.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where things are going. I have some, like, feelers that we're moving into some exciting territory eventually here.
Yeah, I feel like this bold move has to be something like this doppelganger is confusing Red over here so that either maybe she's run out of money. I mean, she's spending that 34 million really fast, so maybe she's trying to get more money, or she's trying to get something else by throwing a distraction over here.
I think we're going to be in for some fun stuff pretty soon. I'm excited to see where it goes, but we have the Cyranoid on Friday. We will be here, of course, to discuss it. But what do you guys want to see? Who's got a doppelganger out there now? Give us your craziest theories on all of this in the comments. I'm ready for them.
Who's your doppelganger?
Somebody told me once I look like Brendan Fraser, and I really... Okay, maybe when I had hair, I kind of did. I think now, it's just like every, like, bald dude automatically... Am I young Reddington?
I'll say yes.
This is high praise. I will NBC. If you the Young Reddington spinoff is here, featuring a guy who will just do all of his lines in front of this computer because he does not want to leave the house.
That's right.
Who's your doppelganger?
Somebody told me a long time ago that I looked like Kate Hudson, which I don't think, and someone else said Rose McGowan, which I also don't think. Well, I don't know that I have one, but.
Here's the thing. Whenever anyone ever tells you you look like someone, you never actually think it's true. Because I don't see the Brendan Fraser thing either. But okay. Let us know what
but I'll give you the Young Reddington, because it's our channel. And that's
there we go. We can do what we want.
That's right.
Well, if you guys enjoyed this discussion, subscribe, give us a like, and if you support us further, check those links to the store, our Patreon. We'll see you here next time.